work for that bag, go get it one day. You can brag, you want it, gotta work for that bag, go get it one day. You can brag. I say that I have it, you know that I got it, no need to look all in the bag. Stunting like this, cause I work so hard, I'm the best, I only speak facts. In the store, I'm popping them tags, a limited seller with that. Clout chasing for the cash grab, I don't really want it that bad. If I say that I have it, you know that I got it, no need to look all in the bag.
My videos are for entertainment and educational purposes only and have the right disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comments, news, or report scholarship and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, and personal use tips the balance in favor for use. So everything that I say from now on is allegedly.
Pwzzy Cat Talk Podcast.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. So it's interesting. I was listening to what she was saying. If folks don't know, his mother used to run fashion shows, right? And in the back of those rooms of the fashion show, it was a front for the original freak offs. Because in the front, it was fashion shows. She would hire girls. And the reason why it stopped is because one of the Johns had actually killed one of the girls. Yes. One of the girls got killed, and that's why it stopped. So again, if you think about it, if you think, where did he get it from? I believe that that's his father, because his mother is really actually dark skinned. You know how as Black folks, we come out with different melons. I don't think that's a different father at all. His father was actually an informant. Diddy, of course, is an informant as well. Those individuals are concerned with, the reason why Jay-Z ain't said nothing is because he probably pissed off to find out that Diddy had videotapes in every single room. So that's one. So he already know Diddy is an informant. When he allegedly killed Tupac, please understand Tupac was going to reveal that he was on the down low. So that's one. So that's why he ended up having, people were like, oh, they were lovers. No, he was going to expose him. That's why it was so much war in him with, and I can say that because we used to do the photographies. So they would come in here in Atlanta and we would see them all the time. So it's just like, wow, when I think back with the Biggie Small situation, remember Mace went out and was trying to get Cameron to sign with Biggie's new label. Mm-hmm. Why Biggie sit up here? Because he wanted to. So why Biggie of all people want to separate himself from the guy that's been helping him the whole time? So there was some distinction between that. On top of that, Puffy was sitting up here beating up on Kim. He was beating up on Faith. And the word on the curb is even Mary was messing with somebody that was underage, that was actually 17 years old, allegedly. So even though she tried to separate herself, and I don't know if that was a situation where you didn't know that person was underage, because again, people don't look their age, but he was 17 years old. Okay. And he has even come out and said that he was 17 years old.
Danny Boy, right?
Yes.
Wow. I remember that interview. Oh, wow.
He even came out and said he was 17 years old. All right. So let's even roll it back even more. Then you got, and I'm going to keep it because I know I got 2 minutes. Then you got the R. Kelly situation, right? Mm-hmm. R. Kelly. So it's like Jay-Z separated himself from R. Kelly.
Yeah, he did.
Dude, y'all was doing stuff together. Y'all was Fiesta. Are you serious right now? Y'all was doing stuff together. So there's no way. So now he's sitting up here trying to separate. And so he was so mad. So this, I gotta say, so the part about Chris Brown, and I know he don't have anything to do with this. One of the reasons why Chris Brown was blackballed is because Jay-Z was messing around with Rihanna. Rihanna ended up getting herpes that Jay-Z gave to her. And she ended up giving it to Chris. But where did Jay-Z get it from? From the freak off parties that they was having. Allegedly, okay? Think about it. So Jay-Z was like, I'm going to destroy your career if you expose. Chris Brown and Rihanna was in the fighting because he was like, there you go, sucking off somebody else. And she was sucking off on Jay-Z. Okay. Allegedly.
I'm following you.
But this is the reason why Jay-Z was trying to blackball Chris. Think about it for a second. Because Chris, you remember, Chris ain't with that. He has been adamant about, I do not do homosexual activity. Remember, and that's why he was fighting with the guy, the rapper that was gay and this, that, and the other. You know, he's never been in that particular situation. So because he was going to expose Jay-Z, which would have took it on back to P. Diddy because of the parties that they were having, but that is the reason why that situation happened.
Damn.
So when you think about all of it is a trail. It's like it's all leading back to Jay-Z. It's all leading back to P. Diddy. P. Diddy sitting up here with everybody's secrets. He got everybody's secret. He ain't going to jail. This was a slap on the wrist saying, mofo, we can get to you at any time.
Yeah.
Okay? Understand, we're going to embarrass you. So what does he care about? He care about his money and his reputation. Not to say he don't care about his family, but he care about his money and his reputation. So if you take those two things away and then take away his freedom, I don't think his freedom, because remember, he has been riding for 30 years getting off because he became an informant when they tried to arrest him for Tupac. Allegedly.
And I was even giving that to that he is an informant, bottom line.
Yes. So all of the stuff that he was doing basically gets washed away. But he pissed off them De Leon people, which is a company that's been around since 1800, the liquor company, talking about racists. And the courts was going to side with them. So they said, you know what? This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We finna take you down from without, because we know, because they've been at them parties too. Think about it for a second. Okay. If he's the face of that Ciroc liquor company, okay, and you said, well, he's like, well, you know what? I'm finna go ahead and reveal everything. Okay. They said, what you say? You finna do what? Oh, okay, we know how to get to you. Let's go ahead and dig up the people that was at the parties and let's get them to sue. Let's back them up. Okay. So if that happens and then they're feeling, Diago, thank you, sweetheart. If they're feeling vindicated, they're like, okay, we're just gonna take him down from within. Remember, the case with him suing is on hold. They haven't dismissed that case, but when the Cassie situation came out, that's when it all went on hold. All the court stuff went on hold,
and
so
everything been falling apart ever since.
Exactly. So they're like, we're gonna slap your hand. We're gonna show you that we can get to you and you think you got stuff on us. We got stuff on you, and we finna make it fall from the foundation down. So whether it's rumors, whether it's, we know that he done some stuff. Okay. As far as sex trafficking, well, and that child Justin ain't his. Okay. That's Wolf's. Okay. If you pull the pictures up of Misa and Wolf and Diddy, remember, Diddy has strong genes. Okay. All of his kids that are his kids have something of him in them. That if you pull up Wolf and Diddy side by side when they were in the car, then you pull up Misa and Justin together, you will see that is not his child. And I forgot who it was. It was Craig Rock. Who was it? It was Craig Rock. It was a picture that was leaked when Justin was a baby, and they quickly got it off and I had it, and I can't find it now, but it was showing Justin as a baby. And one of the guys was looking at him like, that ain't your kid, and it was two other rap guys. I can't remember if it was Craig Mack or something else, and it was another person, but it showed Justin. It was right after Wolf had gotten killed. That ain't his kid. He wanted Misa. He was jealous. He was jealous of Wolf because Wolf had Misa. Okay, that's what that was all about.
And look at him right here. I mean, you can see clearly
that ain't his kid.
That's Wolf's son all day long.
All day long. So they've been lying. And so it's like he's trying to take, but it was Craig Mack, but it was somebody else in there too that was looking at him like, are you serious right now? So you're just going to take these kids? And even with Al Be Sure, right? So it also makes me think that, the word on the curb is he also poisoned Jamie Foxx. Okay.
Oh, I forgot about that rumor. Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm so glad you came on the show. I forgot about that.
So think about how Kim died. Think about how I'll Be Sure was poisoned. And if you saw some of the pictures of how bad he looked, like it was really insane. They showed him in the hospital and how bad his whole body looked. And then think about what transpired. Remember, Jamie Foxx was on the brink of death. Remember, Jamie was like, I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing about what go on. Okay? Think about that for a second. All right. So all of this ties together. And then he's sitting up here getting everybody in compromising positions. And remember what he said, I could sit up here and get you an award. How she sit up here and get talk show thing award? Not him, not Jamie. You got to pull the one up with I'll Be Sure and how bad he doesn't even look like the same person. Okay. He does not look like the same. He looks so bad. He came back from the brink. They said 95% of people die of what he had. So he was kept alive by the grace of God because, to tell the truth, it was transpired. And he was poisoned, and everybody from Uptown Records. That ain't even the picture, baby. Dang. That ain't even. It's him laying in the bed. He's laying in the bed. He looks so bad that he does not even look like the same person. He does not look like the same person. And so it's crazy because back in the day when we were sitting up here doing all the photography here in Atlanta for all of the nightclubs, and yes, baby, yes. Do you see that?
I've never seen that picture.
Look at the one of them the one right next to it. The one right next to that one. I'll Be Sure shares. Yes. You see, do you see that? Do that even look like him?
Dang.
He was on the brink of death. So whatever concoction that they made up, and that's kind of, if you go back and look at Jamie Foxx, when his whole face down in here, it was the same poison that he gave him. It's the same one. Okay. Allegedly. I want to make sure I say that. Allegedly, because anytime somebody, as we know, wants to speak out and say, and that's why Lil' Kim ain't said nothing. Y'all ain't heard nothing from Lil' Kim.
Claudia said his organs started to liquefy.
Thank you, Claudia, because that's what I was going to say. They said it was liquefying. So whatever poison it was liquefying his whole internal organs.
But wait, you know who else that's making me think of? Bernie Mac. What the fuck did they give Bernie Mac?
Well, he had sarcoidosis. Okay, so his lungs were always filled. So people with sarcoidosis, they really have a hard time. So I don't think his was, if that's the case, then we need to bring up Steve Harvey if something happened with Bernie Mac, if we're gonna go that route. Okay, all right, because he was straight jealous of Bernie Mac. Think about it, he was trying to get him off Ocean 11 allegedly when he called up there and said, I can do that part instead of Steve. Okay. Instead of Steve, and he was mad because he was getting all the accolades and this, that, and the other. But remember, Steve said he would sell his soul for $10 million, but that's a whole nother situation.
Oh my God.
You don't remember him saying that?
I remember him saying he would do anything. Wait, did I pull that up? Hold on, keep talking. I'm finna look for that clip.
I was gonna say, he said it. He literally said that. Okay. So when you sit up here and think about it, it's like, we want to get out so bad. But then there's a level, I can respect Cat on some of the things that he said for sure. I can't, this is the year of revelations, of everybody being revealed. Jay-Z, he going down. I don't know who's worse, him or Puffy, to be quite honest. And Jaguar was right. He is definitely a lot more calculating per se, because think about it. Think what he did to Aaliyah. You can't tell me Aaliyah didn't even want to get on the plane. She was doped up before she even got on the plane. They gave her a pill. Okay. Allegedly. So she didn't even know that she was getting on. How old boy gonna offer the plane and y'all don't get on the plane and y'all try to put all this on this plane knowing that it was too heavy? Come on now. So you want to Beyonce that again, she's not complicit. Okay. She's not complicit. You knew even if you try to act as if you didn't know, you knew something was going on behind the scenes to help you get there. So who had to be eliminated? So if P. Diddy, Puffy, Sean Combs, Brother Love has this information, Jay-Z trying to go over there and put everything in place so he can separate himself, just like he separated himself from R. Kelly. Okay. All right. So now he said, they're like, where he at? Everybody talking. Stevie J talking. P Diddy, other boyfriend, he talking. Okay. You know, he's defending him. You know, then you got the one that used to date, Lil' Kim, defending him, saying we shouldn't judge. I'm not saying that there isn't an engine behind the regime. There is, because there's too many black men that are they're trying to pull down and to distract about what's going on with the election. I think it's all tied together as well.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's all tied together because of the black folks. If they're not paying attention, if we ain't paying attention and we so concerned about this, we ain't concerned about that. So I still think that it's all tied together. But at the end of the day, Puffy has done so much dirt that he cannot be absolved, but he will get away with it because he has so much. Or if they found the tapes, which I can't see how they found the right tapes, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay. I think he got them things hidden in a vault somewhere that it cannot be found. Because remember and I think also too, when the plane was turned off, when they turned the box off and they couldn't identify where the plane was, they were dropping stuff in the ocean.
Oh my God, yes, because he wasn't even on the fucking plane. Right.
I feel like they were dropping things in the ocean on that behalf. But I'm gonna say this one last thing on this. The regime is definitely behind this whole situation of bringing down people of color. I don't care whether the people of color did something wrong or not. Okay. There's still a regime behind of doing that. But because their hands are not clean, it makes it easy for us as people of color to look bad. Do you understand what I'm saying? It makes it easy because we've been dangled the carrot of you can be financially free. You can sit up here and do what you want to do. You can have everything that you want to have. And then you're selling your soul. You're like, okay, I can give up the booty hole. Okay, you know, I'll just put some ice pack on it when I get home. You know, and did nobody see me do it? You know, so I can do this just this one time, and not realizing that this fool got tapes. So now you're gonna do whatever he want. You're gonna sign whatever whatever he tell you to do. You're gonna take whatever money he say you can have. And the question on the curb is, was it really Saucy Santana that he was dating and Karrueche was the front? Because I could have sworn I saw a picture of him getting Saucy in the booty hole. They showed a picture of that. You know, that's what I saw.
It was some sex tape that leaked that they never talked about again. And Saucy was like, nah, that wasn't my coot. That wasn't my Bucci bean. But listen, they got little ways of putting you in your place.
This was a way of covering. This was, in my opinion, now I'm not saying he wasn't boning Karrueche as well. Okay, I just think that was a front from him to get the boosie from Saucy Santana. Okay, allegedly. So no matter what, it all ties together.
I want to tell y'all something else too. The girl, the lady, because she's a grown woman who was in the industry, sold a movie, and then she said they was trying to run trains on me at the meeting just to talk. You know, she said especially, and she showed me the deposits: 500,000, 2.5 million, 1.5 million, like real bank deposit. I've never seen that kind of money just be deposited in the bank. Anyway, she said if you really also want to look at who DL and who trade and who bisexual in the industry, she said, Storm, you got to look at the male strippers as well. The male strippers and the adult performers, because they throw a lot of the parties for the men in the industry too.
Okay, I told you I'm in Atlanta. We already know. Okay,
I know. Yes,
we already know here in Atlanta, and I will definitely tell you because we used to do all the photography at Club Mirage, Jazzy Tees, Vegas Nights, the industry, and it was another one that used to be downtown, and I can't remember the name of the club, but we used to do all the photography, you know, when 112 and what's the group with the twins in it, and Jermaine Dupri, and they would all come up in there is what I'm saying, and we would do the photography we saw stuff. So when I'm sitting up here saying stuff, I'm like, oh, I know what I saw. Okay. Did we see underage? No, I cannot say that we saw underage, because if it was underage coming into the club, they had to go through a check portion. I'm not saying they didn't have fake IDs, but what I'm saying is I didn't see. Yeah, it was Jack. I did not see that, but it was a lot of boning going on, and it was a lot of girl on stage. And yes, when we did the photography for Club Mirage in Decatur, yes, there were a lot of it was the male strippers, and yes, some of them were gay. Okay, so when they would come in, Jazzy Tees, yep. Jazzy Tees, baby, okay? Because all the rappers would go into Jazzy Tees, okay? And so it has been to see this come full circle. Forget.
Don't come in here with that. Somebody talking about some watch yourself. No, you watch yourself. Don't come in here trying to threaten this. Like you must. I know you telling the truth. Then we got some trolls talking about some watch yourself. Now y'all watch. You watch yourself.
Watch myself for what? Because I told the truth of what I saw.
That's a low-key threat. I don't like that. No, we don't do that.
Okay, watch myself because what I saw, I know what I saw. I know what we did, what we were doing. We were the photographers for those nightclubs. Okay, we saw what we saw, but like I said, we honestly never saw underage. I want to make sure that that's because the clubs wouldn't allow underage if they didn't have the proper ID. Okay, so that I can definitely attest to. And every now and then we would do an event where we did the photography. Now, mind you, this was 1994, to all the way to 2000 that we did the photography.
You got that. See, I wouldn't even know because in 94 I was 1 year old. So
yes,
and I kept telling them, even when it comes to Candy Burris and her freak offs and shit, the freaky shit she do with Todd and all those. I kept telling y'all it's a Atlanta underground sex scene. Kurt, Rashid, all that shit.
Oh, it's the swinger scene. But the thing about Candy is she's open, so that can't nobody get nothing on her because she's always been open about who she was, and because she's been open about who she was, she turned it into money. Okay. She turned it into money. She's like, hey, we're going to have a dungeon. So because she's been straight up, don't nobody mess with her. But who they mess with is T.I. and Tiny, allegedly. Remember in California when they were driving down the street because they was popping pills. So, hello. Remember they was about to be arrested?
Sure was.
Okay. So what does that tell you? That tells you something then that this has been going on for a long time. And this is not that it is not news. This has always been out there. So it's just that who where you see it, and how it's coming out. We were in the club scene for 8.5 years doing the photography, and we saw a lot, men and women.
Oh yeah, it's a thing. A lot of y'all need to look at your favorite adult male performers, the famous male strippers. Some of them got a TV show now. Y'all need to watch
No, there's one on Full Industrial. It's a swingers club. It's been there for years. It's been there for years. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot the name of it.
I'm gonna pull it up because
it's off of Fulton Industrial and
Trapeze.
Yes, thank you. Trapeze. It's Trapeze. They would be up in there, but it's not so much as that. I can definitely tell you back in the day, everybody was down low. It was like the men were, everybody came here because of the strippers, right? It was all about stripping here in Atlanta. And then it was the DL brothers. Of course, when Oprah Winfrey had bought, she brought the DL on a DL. That was a book that was written out, this guy she had on the show. And then it was, and I'm for each his own. If that's if that's the boat you float, so be it, be proud of it. But what I'm saying is don't be sitting up here trying to sleep with women and you're a gay male and they don't know you gay. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the stuff.
Be open that you're bisexual. Because it's and I keep telling, and listen, I've been on the swinger scene. If y'all watch the show, I don't hide that because the body out there trying to expose me. And what I learned, and I learned all about the swinger scene while I was living in Atlanta because I had never tried this shit beforehand. Going into those clubs, what I learned was, at least in the Atlanta scene, it ain't really no straight gay, but it's all mixed and intermingled.
And people don't think that they are gay if they're not receiving.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of times they will. I've even seen, especially in Tokyo Valentino, they would have the strippers on the third level. And so the first time I went, I seen the female strippers. Okay, cool. Some of them OnlyFans girls. Okay, whatever. But then before I knew it, then I went back another time. Then I seen, wait, it's niggas in here stripping too. Wait a minute, what? And the niggas wasn't dancing on the women. They was dancing for the niggas. And these was football player looking niggas. Now I seen the female strippers, the male strippers, and I would see them perform. So they would do like a sex show live. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. That's like watching porn live. Okay, whatever. But then that would end, and then the nigga, he got dollars in his thing, and he stripping for
the guys would be. It's. I will definitely say, because I'm 56, I will definitely say that from 94, 93, because I was here for Freaknik and stuff like that when I came down to finish college. I definitely will say the time has definitely changed. Okay. And when I say that, it because before everybody they were not out in the open for sure. They definitely was not out in the open. Okay. Everybody was definitely scared. They were afraid to lose their jobs, this, that, and the other. Now it's about acceptance. If that's who you are, that's who you are. Yeah. Okay. And a lot of people, I will definitely say it was a lot of swingers club back in the day. I can definitely attest to.
I was told that shit too by like the grown older people. They like, oh boy, this ain't shit now. They was like back in the day, just like with trapeze, especially after the pandemic, like they shut down a pool. It used to be one big ass pool. And then even with trapeze, I learned like, okay, this is the public area. But then you got our VIP.
They have good food.
You got the good ass food. You hear me? Good ass food.
Good food. Okay.
Good food. Damn the sex. Pay the food.
People went in there just to chill. Okay.
Chill. And honestly, after you go a few times, you start making friends, and you might fuck at the end of the night, but y'all really just catching up, eating good. You bring your own drinks, but like I even peeked into like the VIP area, and the VIP area was bomb. And they're like, yeah, it's like I think the membership now was like $400 or $1,600 to go to the VIP. Anyway, I say all this to say it goes down in Atlanta.
I will say this: if Diddy was honest about, and to circle this back to how it used to be and how it is now, if Diddy was honest about who he was, a lot of this would not be happening to him right now because he's not living in his truth. That is the honest. That's where this all comes down to. Back in the day, it was not accepted. It is accepted now. If that's who you are, that's who you are. But because he is 50 plus, he's like, no, because that's going to tarnish my reputation. That's going to tarnish who I am.
Don't nobody care.
Instead of just being at this point, yes, are people going to make fun of you? They're going to still make fun of you. They're still going to be like, yeah. But people are not going to be the way that they used to be. Back in the day, if a dude was gay and he pushed up on a guy, he was getting a beat down. Okay. He was getting a too. Okay. Yeah. He would get a beat down. Not to say that some of that still doesn't go on per se now, but it's not as much. And Diddy would have actually possibly created a whole new level of acceptance if he had lived in his own truth and said, you know what, I'm bi. Okay. If he would have just said that, and then everybody would like, okay, because don't nobody really care. Oh, okay, P. Diddy. Oh, okay. Because the guys, instead of all the innuendos and you threatening everybody, but because he wants to live in that lie, it's his way of trying to control other people by them not telling their truth or being who they are because he's living a lie. That's what it all comes down to.
That's what it comes down. Because I remember when Lil Nas X did his BET performance and he kissed that dude at the BET Awards, Diddy made a post and was like, I love what you're doing. Like it was, you could read through it where it was like, damn, I wish I could be out like that. But Diddy, you can be out like, dude, you can. And you know the even craziest thing, by the way, how do I say your name? Is it Pwzzy? How do I say it?
Pussycat Talk Podcast.
Pussycat Talk Podcast. All right. I just subscribed to you because you have earned your spot over here.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Matter of fact,
I'm gonna be like you.
You will. I'm gonna put your podcast while we talking.
Thank you, baby.
The crazy thing is, Pussycat, as long as you the top, black folks don't care.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by not living in your truth. If he lived in his truth, you know who actually get away with it, truthfully, is two people. Somebody brought their name up. Eddie Murphy and Queen Latifah.
Yes.
Because they got so much swag in what they do, both of them. It's like, we don't care. So what? So if Diddy but then again, because he was, allegedly Eddie was with Johnny, okay? They had a relationship forever, okay? Allegedly. So I don't want
Eddie loves the trans girls. I don't know why they try to act like they don't. Eddie loves the trans girls.
Well, he got his beard. He's married to his beard and stuff like that. So so the question I have for you is, and even for Jag, when you get to a certain level of making certain type of money, and you evidently you get so bored, because there was a video with Jay-Z, on to the next one, and all you saw was demon stuff. I was like, oh, I can't even follow you no more, because it was a black and white video. So when you get to that point, and claim it's Illuminati, and you sell, where is it that you decide to sell your soul? When do you? It's like that level of. Do you not going? Yeah, I'm problematic. Do you not think that what you're doing is not going to come back on you? Did Puffy thought he was invincible?
Now that's what I don't know. Now, from what I've been told by a witch in the industry, she was like, well, it's not that everybody's selling their soul. I'm like, okay, well, what did break it down to me? From what she's saying, and this is a witch that was telling me this. She said, you have certain people that just make deals with dark entities, and the dark entities attach themselves to them.
Correct.
And it's with them at all times and gives them the ability to do things a little bit supernatural. She said, but in the agreement you make, she told me, she said, contracts on this side are just like contracts on the other side. You have to uphold whatever you agree to. And if you break that contract, then you have consequences.
Correct. So
I'm wondering when they don't uphold whatever agreement with their entities, if that's why the people around them start to die and suffer.
Well, in P. Diddy's case, I don't think that was the actual case. P. Diddy crossed somebody, period. Point blank. Yeah. He crossed someone. Okay. And that someone has so much power. And again, if you notice how all of a sudden, what was it? Ethiopia, the white guy, the rumor is the white guy would come and see Diddy. They would go behind and leave for about an hour or two. Okay. Leave for about an hour or two and then come back out. Okay. So at the end of the day, the spirits or whatever it is that they decided to do, okay, they did that. They chose that. You didn't have enough confidence within yourself to think that you could do it without that particular entity, whether it's white magic or black magic, whatever it is that you want to call it, whether it's manifestation. Okay, you called upon it. And in order to get that off, you definitely got to use the Reiki to remove that spirit, that negative energy from you, because it is attached to you. But at the end of the day, we have to look at ourselves and say, okay, when I look at my generation, Generation X, and then look at the millennials and look at the baby boomers, did we, our parents told us, go to school, get a good job so you make the money. Okay. I tell my sons now, hey, you don't have to necessarily, although they did, you can create your wealth another type of way, but have integrity about it. Don't sell your soul. Don't sell your, because at the end of the day, you will regret it in the end. And it will always, what's in the dark, always come to light. That's what P. Diddy forgot. That's what Jay-Z is forgetting. That's what Beyonce is forgetting. What's in the dark will come to light. If you remember, the reciprocity happens when you do unto others as they would do unto you. So if you got all this wealth, but at some point you're going to have to pay.
You got to pay for it.
You're going to have to pay the piper at some point. So R. Kelly had to pay the piper. Jay-Z is getting ready to pay the piper. And let's see how he gets out of this whole situation. Puffy, because who is he going to turn to? He ain't that stupid from December. I hope he's not. From December until right now to not gotten rid of or put aside evidence not within the house. And then we talk about the dang tunnels. Like, really? So you bought the house for the tunnels. You didn't buy it for nothing else. You bought it for the tunnels, baby. Okay? Let's make sure we understand that. The $100 million, the money that he got on the house, remember he got loans on how he had to get the loan because he had to get liquid so he could pay Cassie. They sit up here saying 30 million. No, she got paid 100.
I think she probably did get paid about 100. I think so too.
Because the attorney had to get their 30 million.
Off top.
Okay. And they wanted it in cash. They didn't want no shares.
No.
They gonna throw me the money. Okay. Give me my money. They're saying Diddy is Haitian descent. Well, yes, then that means he is honestly, if that is the case, you know, whether you're Creole, I'm Creole, Haitian, then yes, you are using magic. But I don't think, and if you look at his mama sometimes looked like a witch. I don't know if you guys know.
Oh, she does. She does.
Okay. Allegedly. So I want to make sure I say that because I don't want you to get demonetized on something I'm saying. But allegedly looks like a witch sometimes if you pull her up, you know. And again, she taught him. He saw things.
She did.
Okay?
I'm going to show y'all too the crossroads ritual. Let me know in the comments if y'all want me to discuss with y'all the meaning of crossroads spiritually, because in a lot of music they speak about the crossroads, typically going to the crossroads to make an agreement for fame, fortune, whatever. Hold up, y'all.
And look at that on to the next one video from Jay-Z.
Crossroads. Y'all know the song. Crossroads. Showing you how they get their fame and fortune. It's all over in their music and everything. Crossroads. Look at their name with the bone. That represents Papa Legba, the dog. Y'all got to learn how to put stuff together. Okay, because they speaking through things, but you got to know how to put it to fuck together. When Bone Thugs and Harmony, they start playing with that Ouija board. They asked the question. They asked, how can I get fame and fortune? That's the question that they wanted to know. The spirits came through that Ouija board and told them about the crossroads, told them about the owner of the crossroads. And they did what? They did exactly what they needed to do to meet with the owner of the fucking crossroads. Catch that on flick. Y'all remember in the song, I'm about to break it down. Y'all remember in the song where they asked, they said, Mr. Ouija, come on now, y'all know it. They said, Mr. Ouija, I want to know my future. Asking a Ouija board. I told you that a Ouija board, you can go to it to ask a question on what you wanted to know. So they went to Mr. Ouija. And they said, Mr. Ouija.
Hold up, I found something else I want y'all to see. Hold up real quick. Let's see.
And if you can, Storm, if you can bring on to the next one with Jay-Z. Oh my God. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Okay. I literally stopped following him after watching that because it freaked me out so bad. I was like, do they not see what is in this video?
All kinds of occultic stuff. Okay. Play this real quick.
Try and find his biological father, while others believe that he was exclusively focusing on improving his craft. But the other theory, and strangely the most popular one, is that Robert Johnson made a deal with the devil. The story goes that Robert Johnson went to a local crossroads with his guitar before midnight. He started playing his songs, and at midnight, the devil appeared. The devil took the guitar and tuned it, played a song, and gave it back to Johnson. This was the transaction, the turning point for Johnson as a musician. He had given up his soul to the devil himself and was a master of guitar. But with this, his soul was doomed to hell, and an untimely demise was in his future. The reason people believe that this is what happened is because of a man named Liddell Johnson, who in 1971 said that this was the way to sell your soul, and that his brother Tommy had actually done this. There was no relation between Tommy and Robert, but that didn't stop people from taking this tale and attaching it to Robert's name. At least that's how the story goes. It's obviously a far-fetched tale, but it shows us how impressive and quick Johnson's improvement must have been.
All right, so we'll leave that there. Let's go on to the next one. I can't play the sound, of course, but this.
Of course not. Of course not. Yeah, we don't want nothing happening to you. Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Why is the black over the mouth? It's so crazy because just some of the, I was just like crazy to me. I was just like, oh no. I was literally watching it in my living room. And when I tell you something came over me, I was like, oh, okay. I said, I'm done. And I was like, that's my jam. On to the next one. I was like, oh no, they throwing stuff all in this. It was like some, the Ram thing or something. It was something in it. I was just like, I don't play around with stuff like that. Okay. Because I know the power being Creole of what it can do. And if you're consistently, my son will not listen to, although that's my jam, what's his Future and Kendrick. He's like, Mama is doing something, because you can't stop moving to that particular song. It's something about that song that you can't stop moving. And the beat, I said, but those are old beats. I know those beats. I said, that's, Easy-E and, some other stuff. He's like, no, Mommy, it's something wrong. So when you have that clairvoyant spirit and you can tell that something is not right, then you need to move away from it. Okay. And all of this that he is doing from Diddy, from using the pink cocaine, allegedly, because I want to make sure we say that, the pink cocaine, right? The lacing, think about all them people that bought Ciroc, okay? And they were at the parties and he laced, this is a good vodka, okay? Waking up blacked out and not knowing where you are from one drink or two.
Come on now. They saying from the first drink. And speaking of that dark imagery, don't y'all remember this? Hold up. That anti-diary film?
Yep. From Rihanna.
I'm gonna play this one part, then we're gonna go back.
All of them got to a billionaire status. But I will say Rihanna does keep herself pretty separate from them. And so does Kanye. And I just thought it was super duper funny how P. Diddy and his son went to go see Kanye. Remember, he was laughing at Kanye because he felt like he was being, gone. Kanye said, I ain't gone nowhere. And Kanye was like, I ain't talking to you. I will not talk to you. Okay. Because remember what Kanye said. He said, oh, they can't buy me. They don't control me. They may control Jay-Z. They may control LeBron. They, Diddy. I ain't off nobody. He said it right there.
Yeah.
He said it right there. So Kanye may be a whole lot of stuff, but evidently he wasn't riding with that. Because if you notice, none of their names were said in any of the lawsuits.
You're right.
There are a lot of people's names that weren't in the lawsuit. Okay.
Yeah, and they better hope that it don't come out.
But then why Stevie J sitting up here dropping evidence, okay? Evidence of everybody at the party. But so you trying to sit up here and say, first of all, that was his 50th birthday party. So hell yeah, everybody gonna be there. So of all the videos to show, why you didn't show a different video? Why you show the 50th? The dang old videographer was on point. Okay. It was a great video. Why you didn't show the other parties that he has done?
Is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
To show proof of what don't go down. You show his 50th birthday party. Then you want to put the victory video out. I said that was forth telling because that was 94th, 95. That was a forth telling video that they after you. So are you telling your own situation of what's transpiring? But you may not come out victorious in this one, baby.
Might be it. I want you to one final point to wrap up. Tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me at PKT Podcast, Pussycat Talk Podcast. Thank you, sweetheart. I just love you. I've been following you on my personal page, and I'm following you now on here, and I'm subscribed to you as well. So if you haven't subscribed to Storm, please subscribe to Storm. Join his community. Hit the join button. And I ain't seen none of y'all drop no super chats in the chat for my boy. He working hard. Can y'all please drop some super chats in the chat for my boy? He working hard, bringing y'all the content, whether it's $1, $2, $5, $10. Can we drop my boy something? Because he's straight up bringing y'all the information. At least join his community. And I thank you so much for having me. Love you, bless you, and much continued success for everything that you do. Everything. All right, baby.
All right.
Yeah. You want it, gotta work for that bag. Go get it one day, you can brag. You want it, gotta work for that bag. Go get it one day, you can brag. I say that I have it, you know that I got it. No need to look all in the bag. Stunting like this cause I work so hard. I'm the best, I only speak facts. In the store, I'm popping them tags. A limited seller with stag. Clout chasing for the cash grab. I don't really want it that bad. If I say that I